In the previous video, we talked about how relational safety can help stabilize behavior. When environments feel safer and more predictable, people are often able to regulate themselves more easily. In this video, I want to explore another important factor in the trauma-responsive disability support worker regulation. Because one of the realities of working with people who have experienced trauma is this: participants are constantly reading the nervous systems of the people around them. Even when nothing is said, people can sense tension, frustration, anxiety, or calm. And that has a real impact on how safe an environment feels. So regulation refers to the ability of the nervous system to remain relatively calm and settled even when things are difficult. When a person is regulated, they're more able to think clearly, to communicate, and to respond with flexibility. When the nervous system becomes dysregulated, things change. The body moves into protection. And that might look like anger. It might look like withdrawal. It might look like an escalation, or it might look like shutting down. In trauma-responsive care, we often focus on helping participants to regulate. But something equally important is the regulation of the workers supporting them. I want to talk a little bit about the concept of co-regulation, because human beings regulate each other, and this concept is called co-regulation. It means that one person's nervous system can influence another. A calm, steady presence can help somebody else to settle. A tense or reactive presence can unintentionally increase stress. So this is not about blame. This is simply how the human nervous system works. For participants with trauma histories, this dynamic can be even more pronounced. They're often highly sensitive to emotional cues in the people around them. So what does this mean for support workers? Well, how we show up matters as much as what we do. So skills and strategies are important, but if a worker's feeling overwhelmed, rushed, or unsupported, that tension can be felt in the interaction. On the other hand, when workers are able to remain calm and steady, they often become a regulating presence in the environment. Participants may begin to settle simply because the relational space feels safer. And this is one of the reasons that trauma-responsive practice places so much emphasis on supported teams. Workers can't remain regulated indefinitely if they're unsupported. So this brings us back to the SHIELD relational safety model. One of the three pillars of the model is supported teams. Because if workers are constantly under pressure, lacking supervision, or experiencing high turnover, it becomes very difficult to maintain calm and steady presence. Supported teams include things like trauma-responsive training, reflective supervision, clear roles and expectations, leadership support, and workforce stability. These structures help workers process difficult experiences and maintain their own regulation. And when workers are supported, they're much more able to provide the kind of steady presence that trauma-affected participants need. So once again, we come back to the importance of environment. Participants are not only responding to the tasks being completed, they're responding to the relational and emotional environment around them. When workers are calm and supported, the environment becomes more regulating. When workers are overwhelmed or unsupported, the environment can feel more unpredictable. So one of the important insights in trauma-responsive disability support is this: regulation is contagious. Calm can spread through an environment, and so can stress. When support workers are supported and able to remain steady, they help create environments where relational safety can begin to develop. And when relational safety begins to emerge, engagement and stability become much more possible. In the next video, we'll start looking more closely at the first pillar of the model, which is about predictable environments and why predictability plays such an important role in trauma-responsive support. I'll see you soon.